Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas State Bobcats. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bobcats' return team didn't help matters out much there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Trying play action.
Man, can there be a better start for a defense than setting the tone with back-to-back sacks, forcing a 3rd and long, first time out the gates? Really good job by this defense.
And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Fresno State's offense has the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. A strike downfield. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Off play action. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They'll throw it on first down, using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They're going to run it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. On second down, they'll take to the air. That's caught. It's Ramsey. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on first down. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Good sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. The give to the tailback. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fresno State will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, it's Odom. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. All wideouts, no backs. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give from the gun. Smashes through. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
The Bobcats will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on second and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw and he needs a bunch. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. He'll keep it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, running back gets to give. Snowed under by the defense. Now on second down after the good first down run. Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Bobcats are flying down the field. With the catch, it's Ramsey.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. On second down, he'll let it fly. They've got the screen set up.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. First down for this offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He leaves it with his back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Fresno State will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Odom. He turns like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Odom. Comes out throwing on first down. Complete downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it! He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Pulls it in. It's Jones. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Finds his big tight end. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They strike first here in overtime. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Fresno State 21, Texas State.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He makes a grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good.
Touchdown, Texas State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Number 83 with the grab in the end zone.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The number 1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number 1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now they take the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for this offense. Tight end finds a soft spot. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.